this only happens once a year. Pat McGrath is launching a new Mothership palette. If you're not familiar with Pat McGrath Mothership palettes, they are, in my opinion, one of my favorite palettes on the market. I'm actually wearing one right now. They are very expensive, which is what, you know, makes them unique in a bad way, but what makes them unique in a good way is the special shades that the Mothership palettes have, how beautiful and luxe the packaging is. It truly is just a unique luxury experience, and you can get gorgeous looks like this, which, by the way, I'll have everything that I'm wearing down below. I have an event today, so I did film a tutorial on this look, but it's gonna be up later. But today we're doing a shop or drop on the newest Mothership palette, which I'm gonna be shopping without even looking at it. You know that. I gotta review it for you guys. I'm a Pat McGrath collector, but I don't have the palette physically in hand. This is not a review. This is just a first impressions, taking a look at it for the first time with you guys. It's an experience together. We're experiencing it. Now, just to make sure everything was like up and good, I did see the palette just because I can't run away from it. Everybody's posting it, but I haven't done a deep dive. So let me tell you my initial expectations for this palette, right? I've given up on thinking that we're gonna get something new, fun, and exciting. I'm hopeful, but I am not expecting that, so the disappointment is minimal. However, I was excited, still hopeful, and then I saw the outer packaging in her little sneak peek, and the packaging was pink, gold, and purple, which is somewhat of an indicator as to what the palette's going to look like. So I've already seen it. It's pink, but let's take a look at it together because I haven't gotten the full effect of it. Okay, guys, here we go. This is straight from her Instagram page. Let me scoot over here. Sunlit Seduction is the name, that pink, gold, and purple packaging. And this is what I saw, and I was like, oh, it's really pink. Now, these are heavily filtered, so I want to look at the photos with you guys. So it looks like there's also a eye primer. Interesting. So this is the new packaging, a little bit more vibrant, but nothing that we haven't seen before. Now this looks like I have 10 other palettes of these from Pat McGrath. And then we do have the beautiful shades. Oof. I mean, these four, as always, are super special no matter what. But that first impression, a bit underwhelmed. Can't say I'm surprised. We'll take a closer look in a second, but there also is a long wear primer, which I'm excited for. I like a good eye primer. I'll be shopping this as well, but it's an eye primer. How much can I say about that? Here's the packaging. Doesn't look like there's anything innovative about it, but I think, you know, we could use an eye primer from Pat McGrath. Sure, why not? Okay. Let's go ahead and read the description here over to the side. Elevate your summer stardom with the alluring spectrum of new Sunlit Seduction. From floral mattes to burgundy orchids, so floral inspired. Make your eyes hot with this versatile palette. Is it hot or hot? And then you can intensify the look with the primer. And then here are all the shades. Are there any existing shades in this palette? Normally with the Mothership palettes, there aren't existing shades. These are all new, though I'm sure I could find some dupes within the collection, but here are all of the shade descriptions. I'm going to go onto the website first to see the descriptions, but oh my gosh, Temptalia, I beg you for a green themed dark forest fantasy of a palette. Please, please. Thank you, Temptalia. Okay. Let's go on to the actual website now so we can get a better look, a little less filtered. All right, so we are on the Pat McGrath page. I will link this down below if you want to take a look. So we have more of the promo images here. And then here is the palette in all its glory. I mean, it's a pretty palette. This is up my alley. This is something that I'd wear. But it is very, very repetitive for the price point that we are paying. I've seen every single shade of this from Pat McGrath before. These mattes, nothing new. These shimmers, nothing new. I want to take a closer look at these, but they do look like nothing new once again. And then here is the eye primer. Okay, so here is a closer look of the palette. I mean, these look gorgeous. But you know what I think. Like, this side is extremely boring, and then this side I know is going to be more fun, but even in the photography, right, it doesn't look that special. Palette looks like it's going to be the same, no special packaging. Skin Tense Radiance, she has something like that in every single palette. A dark brown, which I like. I like the variety of depths here, but she's still playing it very safe with the mid-tone depths and then a deeper depth, but not quite deep enough. Like, I want a liner depth. Maybe some fun crease colors would be nice. And then we do have the 4 Blitz Astral shades. So 3 are called Astral, and then the 1 is the Blitz. Now, these arm swatches are always amped up. They won't actually look like this. These are heavily edited, but the last 4 shades do look quite delightful, delicious. That number 8 right there, Astral Amethyst Allure, is catching my eye, as is Astral Pink Fetish, which is number 7. The outer 2 shades, 9 and 10, not what I'd go for as much or as frequently, but 7 and 8 are speaking to me, that's for sure. Okay, let's take a look at some of the looks. This looks gorgeous. I think that's that amethyst shade right here. I do like the way that they layered the colors in this look. Very pretty, very rich looks that we're getting. Like, look at this. This looks beautiful for the holidays. Very deep burgundies. Is that it? Are these the only looks? Just 2? I guess so. Okay. Sign up for early access, and the palette's going to be $128. So I like this portion where you can view the anatomy of the palette. So you have all of these, and then she kind of tells you what to do with the colors. So she says that these can be used for highlighting, structure builders, like crease color, socket, lash line, outer corner are going to be these 3-dimensional accents are going to be these 2, but of course we have the bold jewel tones. Interesting that this isn't included in that, but it is a highlight. But if you want some inspiration or some help as to how to use the palette, this is a good way to go. Where are the shade descriptors? Brilliant jewel tone metallics, use wet or dry. I mean, that's all I have in terms of the palette, right? 3 metallics, 4 Blitz Astrals, 3 mattes. A not exciting color story. If this was the first palette that Pat McGrath had ever launched, I would say it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and the formula is going to be incredible. I do like this palette, and I do see it as something I would use, but we're looking at Divine Rose 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at this point. I mean, I don't even know why she didn't even add on to the Divine Rose. This is what it is, but Divine Rose, I will say, are the 2 palettes that I do use the most. So I will, this might be one where I'm talking about how disappointed I am in, but at the end of the day, I might end up using this one a lot. The thing that I'm like about is I feel like all of these look very within the mid-tone in depth. I would like to see like a super bright white glittery shade, super dark black, because I feel like that way you can really play with how the looks come out when all of them, with the exception of like this top left color, are in the mid-range of depth. That really limits what you can do in terms of contrast and variety of the looks that you can create, but it might be different in person. That's how I feel about these Pat McGrath palettes a lot, is when they look a little bland online, a lot of the times they're 10 times more beautiful in person. But that's that on the website. I'll have it linked down below if you want to take a look. But as always with my shopper drops, I needed to come to you guys to hear your opinions. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, Morgan Turner Makeup, make sure you are. And then I asked on my community tab if you wanted to be featured in a shopper drop to give me your thoughts. We're gonna go all the way. I always go to the first ones. So here we go. Very nice, but very similar to the previous ones. To the point I'm confused if I want to buy this one or Moonlit Seduction. They're both nice. Repetitive as expected, but I'm a sucker for her palette, so I'll buy anyways. Me too. Disappointed, not shocked. I think you all are having the same reaction of me, but we all have those colors from her if you're a collector. Ooh, we have a drop. If there was ever a time for Pat McGrath to release pinks, it was now. You know what? That is true. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, it's probably going to be a pink palette with the time of the Barbie movie. Oh my goodness. Wow, more pink. With the packaging, I agree. I was expecting more orange or purple based on inspo posts. Yes, I totally agree. And you know what? That would be fun if Pat McGrath came out with like a purple and orange palette. It would be different enough, but still kind of close to what she normally does. You just came up with something good. Beautiful as always. There is no purple in this packaging, in this palette, except for that amethyst shade. There should have been more. Pinks again. Pink. But I'm gonna buy it. We talk our trash, but we're still gonna buy it because they're just that good in quality, right? Looks way too similar. A version of all her other palettes. I want Natasha Denona to do a midi green, blue, brown like her OG. At least Natasha listens to her customers, I feel like. Blend of Utopian and Divine Rose. I can kind of see that. Pink. Yeah. Pretty much 100% everybody is on the same page as me. There's no arguments with me. Normally there's some that are like different than what I say. Not this one. Palette is about to be roasted. Pat doesn't listen to her fans. We wanted color. They're gonna do what sells at the end of the day though, unfortunately, and people are wearing roses. And I say I want color, but I'm always reaching for roses too. I'm part of the problem, I think. Nothing new, but really pretty. I'm gonna buy it anyways. Passing. Very similar. This is Divine Rose 3. I'm telling you. Seriously, another pink palette. LOL. Can't believe I'm more excited for the primer than the palette. That's funny. Okay. Oh, I feel like I have all these similar colors in the Patrick Ta #2 palette. You know what? That's a good comparison. It does kind of have that similar look, doesn't it not? Might have to do a comparison. There are 4 special shades, so they do have them. Okay, I think I can stop the public opinion. Nobody, I thought this was another Barbie collab. Nobody is saying something I didn't say, so we're all on the same page here. So I'm still gonna buy it, and I'm still excited about it because we only get one Mothership palette a year, and formula-wise, these are amazing, amazing palettes. If you are not head over heels for this palette, don't buy it. Wait. In a few months, this will probably be 30% off. Her website often does sales, so there isn't a super rush if you aren't living, dying, breathing for this palette, but I'll review it and I'll let you know because hopefully it will surprise me in person. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Thank you for those of you who participated on my questions page on my Instagram. I appreciate your input, and stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel because I will be reviewing this palette. And even though I love Pat McGrath, you guys know, I'm going to tell it like it is. So I'll let you guys know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.